So managed to pick up a LG G3 to see how it is and see what the fuss was all about. And as a big fan of the LG G2, I was expecting big things from this because I felt that the LG G2 really pushed the boat out. And I have to say, in general, I'm quite impressed with the device. It's certainly a worthwhile upgrade from the LG G2 if you're coming from that. But I'd say the wow factor probably isn't quite as much as that you get on the LG G2. I think that device was, really ahead of its time. But I've certainly liked its build quality, which is an improvement of the old LG G2. It's still not metal, unfortunately. It's not HTC One caliber, but it feels a lot more solid, kind of thing, even though it is a bit bigger and unwieldy. I still think that the original LG G2 offers slightly better in the hand feel, because it is a bit more manageable at 5.2 inches compared to 5.5 inches, which is proper phablet size. But it's not too unmanageable. I think it's well within the realms of usability. And I do like the way they've kept the bezels really thin and maximise the screen real estate. I do like the clickability of the back button now. It feels a lot more solid. And they've also added a dual LED flash with the laser autofocus system. Unfortunately, they still have that speaker, a small kind of speaker on the back kind of thing, which I think is probably worse than the old LG G2, which had its speakers on the bottom edge, which is a little bit better. It's not perfect, but it's obviously better than having it on the back. So I'm not really expecting big things out of that. But you do get the 13 megapixel camera, which is the same one as the LG G2. Bit disappointed I didn't upgrade it to a slightly better one like the 16 megapixels that Samsung are using. But it does offer you something called advanced OIS, as well as that laser autofocus, so your picture should still be decent nevertheless. In terms of the display, it's Quad HD now with a pixel density of over the 500s. And I have to say, if I'm to be 100% honest, while it is a very nice display, I don't really notice much of a difference between it and the LG G2, which still has an excellent display in itself. Don't get me wrong, obviously it is going to be sharper if you start zooming in and really nitpicking, but I guess I'm not 100% sold on it at the moment. I've yet to see the Note 4's display up in person. I've heard that the Note 4's display is a little bit better, but I think most people will be happy with the display on the device. It offers good viewing angles, as well as your good viewability outdoors. It is an IPS LCD. Overall, it's a decent display. I can't fault it too much. In terms of the specifications, you get in an octa-core processor, a Snapdragon 801 processor. I don't know where I'm getting octa-core from. That's clocked at quite a nice amount. I think it's 2.5 gigahertz with 2 gigs of RAM. And in general, I'd say that the performance is what you'd expect from a high-end processor. However, I have noticed certain instances of lag doing different stuff, which is a bit disappointing really, coming from LG G2, which runs really nicely, even though it's got a skin on it. I don't know whether it's to do with the Quad HD display. It has more pixels to push, but you're not going to find that it's a laggy experience in general. You know, most tasks are very easy to do, and does stuff nice and responsively. But every now and again, when you know, multitasking it, you get an inexplicable pause like that one, and I'm not really sure what's going on there, whether it's the software or something that needs to be you know, refined. Even like going to the app screen, sometimes it lags a bit, which a bit disappointing really, but I guess you know, there's still time for them to push out Lollipop on it to sort out any of these nitpicky issues. Do like the way that they've added removable battery and micro SD storage. That was one of the major failings from the original G2. This back is quite difficult to get off though, which is a bit annoying. Probably because I'm trying to get it off at the wrong place. You actually get it off on the corner, it seems. But once you do get it off, you do get that removable battery, which is 3000 mAh, and you do get the micro SD expandability as well, which goes up here somewhere. So nice little additions there. Obviously Samsung gives you these things, but other manufacturers have been moving away from that. In terms of the actual battery life on the device, I found it to be decent, but not quite up there with the OG LG G2. I think that again, it's probably due to that Quad HD display. I think if they'd have bumped up the battery to about 3300 mAh, it probably would have made it so that it's about equal to the LG G2. But because it is removable, obviously you do have more flexibility there, and it does charge very fast as well, so I don't think it's going to be an issue for most people. But if you are a road warrior, you'll probably appreciate the LG G2 more in that respect, because it is a boss device when it comes to battery. You do get you know, your power saving modes, which can help with that a little bit in the settings. So put on battery saver, and that dims the screen and things like that. In terms of the actual software, I've already done quite a few videos on LG G3 software, because you know, I've done the tutorial of putting LG G3 software onto the LG G2. So what you're getting is quite familiar if you've got a LG G2 running LG G3 software. I've been trying to use some of the other stuff that you get, such as LG Health, a little bit, but for some reason it's not updating itself. Not sure why that is. Probably because I have the GPS off a lot of the time just to save the battery. But other than that, it's you know, quite a ram-packed affair, typical of LG. You get quite a lot of stuff, some of it which is useful, some of it which isn't that useful. One thing that I have found quite useful is the smart remote, which allows you to control your TV, which is quite useful. Can work with pretty much any major manufacturer of TV, so it's quite easy to set up, and means that you don't have to keep a remote controller around to manipulate your TV. So the button layout's quite good as well, so you can easily access the settings on the TV, and you know, it's a pretty standard affair. Also, because Snapdragon 801 You're getting support for Chromecast as well, like casting the screen. You can't do that on the Snapdragon 400 devices like the Moto G right now, but I've seen some YouTube videos where it looks like on Lollipop you can do it on devices with lower end processors, but for now Snapdragon 801, Snapdragon 800 will allow you to cast the screen quite easily, which is very useful for if you want to give a quick presentation or something, or if you want to see like Daily Mail on your TV. It's up to you really. I think most of what I've been using it for is video watching. You can get other apps such as Localcast, which is an excellent app, and that allows you to connect to your if you install the plugin, you can connect to your Google Drive and your cloud storage, so that you can basically stream all your videos straight to the TV, and it's really awesome the way it does it. So you know, this has definitely got a lot of cool features, and definitely links up with your TV without any issues. Coupled with that micro SD, you know, you can carry around your whole video library if you go into a friend's or something. So if you are familiar with the LG G3 software, you'll know that it comes with a slightly more simplistic camera software, which you'll either like or dislike. It does give you the modes to take some very nice pictures, but they have kind of made it a bit more simplistic compared to the old LG G2 with its beauty face and all that. But you do get some quite nice modes on here, such as the ability to record in 4K. One thing that I really do like about the camera is the focusing speed, which seems to be, you know, well improved from the LG G2, which you know, can take quite a while to focus on stuff itself. I think that's due to the laser focusing, which really kicks in quickly so that you can get the shot quite well. So I'm quite a fan of that. That's really nice touch by LG. It does take the shot quite quick as well, and the quality seems to be decent. But I wouldn't say it's, you know, jaw-droppingly better than the LG G2 in terms of the quality. I think that most people will be happy with it, but if you're coming from an LG G2, you might not notice too much of a difference in quality. And that goes for both low light as well as good light situations. But I think that the focusing, because it's so improved, will make it so that you get the better shot most of the time, compared to the LG G2, which was a bit slow in that regard. But overall, I'm happy with the camera quality, the pictures it produces. It seems to do the job for me, and I've got no real complaints there. So you know, overall, I think that I'm quite impressed with the device. I think that they've improved upon areas which the LG G2 could have been improved upon, such as your micro SD, as well as a removable battery. However, I do think that if you do have an LG G2, it's probably not worth upgrading to, if I'm to be absolutely honest. I think there are certain things about the LG G2 which are still better, such as the battery life, as well as the quickness of the device. Granted, I am running Nova Launcher on this, but if you run even the stock launcher, I found it to be a bit quicker on the LG G2 than the LG 3, and you could always go down the routing road and put the LG G3 Cloudy ROM on your LG G2, and you know, that would basically give you most of the stuff you get on this. However, if you do have the money, you know, you can get one of these for about 350 quid, which is cheaper than most of the top end flagships. It's really good value for money, and you are benefiting from, you know, faster focusing, micro SD, a bigger screen which is quad HD. The jury's out if that makes a big difference, and if you've got the money to burn, why not? So yeah, this has been a quick review of the LG G3. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe or like the video, and I'll be back next time. Cheers.